Good afternoon. Today, pumping operations have continued on board the Rena, and they've been working on 5 port. The main thing is now that they've got right down into the lowest parts of the tank, there is a grating there which they have set up, and the next step is to either move the pump into a lower part, or alternatively to do what they've done, which is take the oil in the settling tanks in the engine room, use the, it's my phone going, using the pumps which the ship has to pump things from the oil from the settling tanks, which is about 220 tonnes, back into the port number 5 tank. This means the pump stays underwater and they can keep using the existing pumping system to pump the fuel in. So that's actually a really good piece of news that they've started on the second main source of oil, which is in the engine room, and starting to use the existing pumping arrangement. While I was on board the vessel this afternoon, I saw the divers operating in the corridor spaces that they were working in, and those guys are pretty tough. There's oil and muck in there. They have a little bubble jet air coming up, which is pushing the oil away. But these guys are up to their neck in this oily muck, trying to cut piping systems in the thing to install this bulkhead. So think of that. That's in the dry. Now put the water in there, and it gets quite messy. And what they're having to do is they're starting to. That's important. What they're starting to do is they're starting to cut off all the pipes in this corridor, so that they can actually set up a dam. And this is effectively reinforced particle board, reinforced plywood. So it actually has a reinforcing back, and so that they can cut the shape of the corridor out. And then once they've done that, they can seal that edge, pump that out, get access into the manhole cover, which is like this. This is on port number 5. Open it up, and then have to vent that space so that it can actually be safe enough for someone to operate in. Then they put this person into the tank, and then starts moving these pumps and hoses around. Time frame for that, it's hard to tell. They've got to first of all pump the corridor space out before they can start doing it. So the dive ops are continuing apace. They also have the Go Canopus, which is the anchor handling tug on scene, and they've been doing dynamic positioning tests on it to see how close they can have this large anchor handler near the vessel, near the Rena, and still keep station. So what it has is it has its own thrusters, so it can move in different directions, and it has a GPS position. So you dial in the GPS position, and then depending on waves, it'll keep its station. So it'll move in just using the GPS system. That's the corridor that I was talking about, and so you can actually see there's the. You can see all the pipes and all the other ductwork that they have to either cut, so they're doing this underwater, cutting all of those so that they can fit this large planking system around a frame, and then that's what they'll end up pumping out behind that, and then that's when they can get access to the manhole cover. This is in the engine room, and down the end you can see one of the pumps for the settling tanks. That's one of the things that they've done. They've taken the generators that they've put on board the vessel, rewired a salvage grid, they call it, into the vessel, and that's now powering those one of the large pumps down there, which is for the settling tank. And so that's once again got 220 tonnes of oil sitting above it.